do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it. Coming. Coming. Yeah, Jim. Showing up.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Right there. Watch the run.
On second down, here's Cunningham going for the deep ball, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Brown 80. Check like 47. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Watch the eye. Jim. Mike's 47.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, Mike 7. 47 Mike.
Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Check, 47. Watch the slant. Check 24. Check 85. Pass 85.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Seconds the mic. What we got?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Going to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Bears first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, tight.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Bears 3.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A run for Nick Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen now looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
58, come on. I got him. Alert. 58, come on, 58. Hey, Charlie. Ricky, we go.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. Aguilar has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nelson Aguilar. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Allen, and the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give to Kamara running right. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Cunningham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
That's what I do. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 10-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Off the bootleg, Cunningham. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On the ready. 58, Mike. Let's go, D. Hayward. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. All day. Go. We got it. And 58.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham going up top. That's caught at the 25. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league,
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Cunningham, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Cunningham. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Not here. 58 is the
Now Cunningham. He's going to launch it for Washington. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check, 47. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A.J. Green with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There was a point in time in this game where we didn't know if they were going to have a shot to make this comeback, but they've gotten right back in this ballgame, Charles. Pretty impressive.
Almost felt like their biorhythms were off to start this game, but they've come together pretty well now. And now you're seeing the team we expected to see. Both sides of the ball putting it together, and now they're making their move. Kind of like what they've seen. It's what we've seen.
It's a 4-quarter game, right?
Without a doubt. And I know cliches all the time. That cliche is really apt.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forced. It into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get ready, get ready. And 58 is a mic. Well, 58 is the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Pittsburgh, 59. Go, to you. I'm coming after you. Check 9, check 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch the shit.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He may try and run for this and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bears will get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
65, 65, 65. Check the backer, check the backer.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down.
Mike, 47. Yo, 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 yo.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Hey, 319. Check back 47. Here we go.
back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam. Slam, slam, slam. Motion, motion, motion.
And again, it's Chubb. A beautiful fake. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down.
Check, check, check. 47's the mic.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Let's go, baby.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Bears, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back